Hi, welcome back to Cheyenne, Wyoming Urban Gardener. This is Debbie, and finally, I am mostly better. I still have a little bit of a cough, and my voice is still coming and going sometimes. This was a pretty bad sickness. I'm not really sure what it was. We got tested for everything. My grandson was tested for everything, and we still have no idea what it was. It just wasn't showing up on anything. So it was definitely just something viral. Anyway, we're back checking out how everything is going with overwintering some of the plants. These are some of the plants that I brought in from outside at the end of the growing season, such as our basil here. It's actually a collection of 6 different types of basil in this container. We have lettuce leaf basil, and there's definitely some opal basil, probably some red Reuben, and a few others in there. Sweet basil, most likely. And you still have some coming up. These are slow growing when it is winter time, so um, they are still taking a hold. And I actually did plant some more seeds in here, more basil seeds along the back just a little bit earlier and along the front. Now, these are in my south facing growing window. There's a wall of windows here, and they go just about all the way up to the ceiling, and they are south facing. So it does get a lot of sun in here and a lot of bright light. So the basil does just fine through the winter in this area. I moved my mandarin orange tree in here as well. I did let my lemon tree go. Had someone pick that up not very long ago. It had gotten over 5 feet tall and it had not bloomed. So it just kept growing and growing, but it just wasn't doing anything as far as blooming was going. So I was hoping that it would bloom eventually. But unfortunately, it just did not bloom, so I just let it go. And we have our fuchsia that we moved in here. This is the black fuchsia that I had gotten earlier in the season. And then we have started a bunch of orange hat tomatoes in here. So we have loads and loads of those. We've got one that's just about ready to bloom. It grew a little faster than the others. It can be varying when it is cooler weather, less light, but this one is doing very well. You can see some blooms starting to happen along the stem. So this one should be blooming pretty soon. This one's catching up pretty quickly. And then we have one over here that's catching up. That was the first round that I planted. And then we started a second round. And those are starting to get their secondary leaves as well. And then we have a third round that are even younger. And those are just now starting to show some secondary leaves as well. So we've got 8 plants in here. And then this is the original old one that I had that actually had a sucker on it. And we went ahead and let it grow. And you can see that it did produce more tomatoes than what it really was supposed to do, because these are a determinate variety that are an indoor windowsill tomato type called orange hat tomatoes. We got one that's just about ready right here. But it was a little surprising. They usually don't produce suckers, and this one did. So then it started blooming and it produced some more tomatoes. So we'll enjoy that. And then we have a few other plants that we had brought in from the outside through the summer, and those are doing pretty well. This one has died back quite a bit. It usually does at this time of the year, and then it comes out a lot in the spring. So you can see that it did go to seed. These have actually turned into seeds already, and I can just actually spread those back into the container. And this is the German thyme that I brought in. Actually, this might be the lemon thyme. Let me look here. This is the lemon thyme, actually. So this has done very, very well when we brought it inside. We still have a couple more outside that are still doing just fine. I just watered them a little while ago. And this one, though, is just absolutely thriving since we brought it in. When it gets cooler weather, these also don't do quite as well, and they usually will die back and then come back in the spring. So this is the lemon creeping thyme. And we could actually cut quite a bit of it if we wanted to right now and have plenty of time to dry. But I'm letting this one just finish filling out the container. You can see there's a little bit of an area here that it could finish filling out, and it'll take over the container. This is a large container, about a 3-gallon container. So it will be quite a large plant when it finishes filling out all of the area. We also brought our lemon mint inside, and I had trimmed it back all the way to the edge of the container when I brought it in. But now it has started to come back out again, and it's actually went to seed a little bit. And we will most likely trim those back so it'll continue just blooming and going to seed. You can see some flowers right here. So it is doing quite well. So this is the lemon mint. And then we brought our rosemary in. This rosemary is now 4 years old, and it is still just continuing to grow like crazy. We had cut it back quite a bit because we did a lot of market gardening this season and sold some of the herbs and things to Eat Wyoming. And it is just now starting to come back out from where it was trimmed back so much. Yes, this one has become quite woody, but if you let it just continue to grow, these parts will not be woody when they come out. So there will be quite a bit more growth for this rosemary, and it has grown quite a bit just in this container in this season alone. So it will have a lot more growth on it, and we will start into the new season with a much larger plant. And then we have one of our chocolate mints as well. This year I just kept my chocolate mint coming inside and some spearmint coming inside. I didn't keep all of and the lemon mint. I didn't keep all the other varieties of mint just because there was just so many of them to have to bring in, and we are still currently in the sale process of our house. So we just did not need all of the extra clutter in the house. So we just brought in the chocolate mint, and this one's doing quite well, other than we have had to deal with some aphids on it. When they go outside, a lot of times they can get aphids, especially mints. They're very prone to getting aphids. So we've kind of battled that this season, and I've been treating them, and it's so far starting to bounce right back. So we have a lot of new growth on this one. The other one is not doing quite as well. We did bring in another chocolate mint, and it's still alive, but it's just not doing well because it really got hit hard with aphids. So the lemon mint never suffers that for some reason. It just does not have those same issues. I think it's because it's a little bit furry, and the aphids don't like to get on it quite as much as they do the chocolate mint because it does not have any of that fuzz on the stem. So I hope you're trying to grow some things inside for the winter. Wherever you are, you can bring in certain things and they will grow throughout the wintertime. So you have those available to you. So you can trim those and use those in cooking. Or if you just want to make some sense for the holidays, you can use these in some orange essence and some cinnamon, and it smells delightful in the house during the holiday season. So anyway, that is the video for today. Just a little bit of an update on what's growing in here in the house. And we will look at some other things later on when I'm a little bit better. But I just wanted to say hi to everybody and let them know that yes, I am getting better. It's just taking a while. So like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for notices on new videos as they come out, and we'll see you in the next one.